Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. In the previous videos we have learned meaning of reproduction and the types of reproduction, right? Sexual reproduction as well as asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction we have studied that we require single parent for this, and there are many ways of asexual reproduction like binary fission, parthenogenesis, budding and so on. So please refer previous videos for the explanation of asexual reproduction. In the future video also we'll go ahead again with this asexual reproduction. Well, as far as sexual reproduction is concerned, we require parents, both the parents, that is father as well as mother, right? So a mother will have an egg. This is called female gamete, and a father will give a sperm which is called male gamete. I am just purposely repeating this so that we should able to connect this information to the content of what we are going to understand now, right? And fusion of this, fusion, okay, the combination of sperm and egg will give you a single cell zygote, right? And this is how the process of fertilization starts. Okay, this is all about sexual reproduction. And then we have studied male reproductive organs in the previous video tutorial. Let us hurry up and have a brief of male reproductive system once again. Okay, so what does male reproductive system includes? It includes a pair of testes. Remember, two testes, pair of testes, and then what is the function of these testes? It produces sperm, and that sperm is required for a process of fertilization. Sperms are produced in million in numbers. Next is sperm ducts. They are also in pairs, right? Sperm ducts. Look at here, sperm ducts. So these are the tubes where the sperm which is produced here in the testes will move, right? And they further move through urethra, which is there between the penis, right? The third part is penis. Okay, in between the thickness of this penis you will find a narrow passage here, and that is called urethra, which you have already studied now, and that is the passage through which a semen, that is a sperm as well as even the urine, will move out. Okay, so this is about the male reproductive organs which you have already studied. Now we'll go for female reproductive organs, right? And this is the outline of female reproductive organ. So we will study one by one and its function, right? We have vagina here, cervix, ovary, fallopian tube, these are very important part, and uterus, right? So we'll go with the ovary first, right? These ovaries are just located on the right and as well as left of the abdomen, mother's abdomen, right? And these are the places where eggs produce, right? And just recall, egg is a female sex cell, or it is called female gamete. So that is egg, okay, or it can be even called as ova, right? And when the girl develops this egg in the ovaries, that process is called ovulation. So during ovulation, egg is produced in the ovaries, right? So this is about ovaries. The ovaries are located in the left and right lower abdomen. Ovaries produce eggs, right? And they also produce hormones like estrogen and progesterone. These hormones are dominant in women, and they define the characters of women, female characters, right? We will just understand this during other chapter called adolescence, right, which is there for class 8th. So as we have understood that egg is produced in the ovary, right, it requires sperm also to become fertilized egg, right? We have already seen in the previous video tutorial we require egg as well as sperm to have a fertilization process and then a final product into a baby. Now that egg is a single cell. The egg which is produced in the ovary is a single cell. Remember this, and that is why it has got all the characteristics of a cell. It has a nucleus as well, right? And you remember that a sperm is also a single cell. Okay, this also has got all the characteristics of a cell. It has got a head and middle piece and a tail. You just remember this. With this structure it can move along. This will swim. Okay, from here it starts swimming. Millions of sperms will swim, okay, in the thick fluid inside, and then it will be able to enter into egg, right? Coming back to the egg, the further process is these sperms which will be entering from here will go here, and this egg will move through the fallopian tube. This tube is called fallopian tube. So the egg which is produced here will not stay here, it will start moving, and somewhere here it will stay. Okay, by then the sperm will enter here, okay, in many numbers, and then try to go inside the cell or fuse into the egg cell, right, like how it is shown here in this diagram or animation, right? So when many number of sperms will try to go into the egg which is there in the fallopian tube, one of the sperm will be able to pierce through. The moment one sperm goes inside, the eggshell closes. Understood? And no more sperms will be able to go inside. Once this sperm goes inside, then the fertilization begins, right? This is about a process of fertilization in fallopian tube. Okay, thin soft tube extended from uterus. This portion is called uterus to the ovaries, right? It's a path between uterus and ovaries, right? Egg will be produced in the ovaries during ovulation, and then you can see here, okay, fertilized egg is developed, right? The sperm is entered into that egg, and then it is called as a fertilized egg. That is called zygote, and that zygote will continue to go into different phases such as embryo and then to a baby. But that once the zygote is formed, fertilized cell, that will slowly move inside and then stay there in the uterus. Now our next part is uterus. So this is what a uterus is. Okay, or we can call it as a mother's womb. That is where the baby grows. Okay, it takes few days, 1 to 2 days or 3 days sometimes, the zygote to travel from here and come to a uterus. And there, the growth begins. The embryo develops all its organ. Understood? And you can see here 8th week, 12th week, 32nd week, and slowly the child is completely born and formed here, and then it will go down through cervix. Okay, this portion is called cervix, right? So that cervix will expand near about 4 inches during the delivery of a child. The child will either move through head or a leg. Okay, different chances are there, and then child will be taken out through a cervix and then through the vagina, right? So this is what is called cervix, and the portion which is down below is vagina. Okay, vagina is a tube-like organ, connects the uterus to the outside of the body. So birth of a baby follows this path from cervix, and before cervix, from the uterus, it grows completely, then cervix opens. Okay, this process is called labor, right? This expands near about 10 centimeters, and then the child will flow out or taken out by the doctors, and this is how the birth is over, right? So go through this video again and recall all the basic parts of female reproductive organs as well as male reproductive organs, right? And further in the next video tutorial we will see rest of the portions of this chapter. Prepare well. Thank you very much.